Let's take Shri Ganesha mantra 4 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. One last time. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Both the hands open towards Shrimataji. We'll bring our attention on both the hands and see how we feel on our left hand and on our right hand. Let's keep our left hand in the lap and right hand on Mother Earth. We'll take the mantra to Shri Mahakali Bhairavnath Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairavnath Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Mataji. Let all the catches, badhas, imbalances of my left channel be absorbed in Mother Earth. Let me have only one pure emotion in my left channel, the emotion of bhakti, the emotion of devotion for your holy lotus feet. Please take away all the other emotions that are impure, Shrimataji, and let there be only one emotion, the emotion of bhakti in my Idanhari. We'll bring our right hand back in the lap and left hand towards ether. We'll clear our right channel. Take the mantra to Shri Mahasaraswati Hanuman Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Hanuman Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, let the excessive heat of my Pingala Nadi be absorbed into your ether element. Mother, please remove all the excessive planning, futuristic thoughts, tensions, worries, anxieties related to my future into your ether element. Let my attention be pure, Shrimataji. Let my attention be nirmal and fully surrendered at your holy lotus feet. Shrimataji, verily you are the doer and you are the enjoyer. I do nothing. Mother, I do nothing. Shrimataji, I do nothing. I do nothing. You are the doer, you are the enjoyer. We can bring our left hand back in the lap. Attention on our central channel. We'll slowly move our attention from center Muladhara to all the way up to Sahasrara. And while we do so, we'll simultaneously recite the mantra to Shri Mahalakshmi Ganesh Sakshat. Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Mataji, please awaken your Shri Mahalakshmi powers in our Pingla Nadi. Mother, by your divine grace, we all have gathered with a desire to meditate upon your holy lotus feet. Shri Mataji, please bring our attention into the present, into this moment, and allow us, give us permission, Shri Mataji, to surrender ourselves at your holy lotus feet. Let our minds be empty of all the thoughts. Let our hearts be filled with bhakti, with pure divine love. Let us truly feel the blessings of our self-realization, the oneness with Sri Adi Shakti.
Christ was born on this earth, as a human being, he came on this earth. And the task that was before him
He's talking all the time about the mundane things. And these things sometimes
was to enlighten human awareness with the sense of
are of
not your body. And he showed by his resurrection how he ascended into the realm of spirit, which he was, because he was Pranava, he was Brahma, he was Mahavishnu, as I have told you about his birth. And when he came on this earth, in a body, like a human being, he wanted to show another thing, that spirit has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with power. It is all powerful, all pervading, but is born in a stable. Not in a palace or to a king, but he was born to a very ordinary person, a carpenter. Because if you are the king, as we say in Hindi language, Badshah, then nothing is greater than you, isn't it? It means simply that. Nothing is higher than you, neither anything can decorate you, because whatever you are at the highest. All the worldly things, so-called, are just like dried grass, Trunavat. So he was kept in the dried grass. To many, it makes very unhappy, and they feel very sorry that Christ, the one who came to save us, was kept under such conditions, and why not God provided him with something better? But to such people it does not matter. Whether you are lying in the dried grass or in the stable or in the palaces, everything is just the same, for it does not touch them. They are so detached and they are completely in joy. They are the masters of themselves. Nothing can master them. No matter can master them, no comfort can master them. They are masters of complete comforts within themselves. They have achieved all the comforts within themselves. They are satisfied people. That's why they are kings. They are called as kings, not those kings who run after things, or those kings who seek comforts in life. I mean, if you have comforts, well and good. If you don't have, well and good. Makes no difference. So many people, especially in Latin America when I went there, they said, but we can't understand why Christ was born as a poor man. This is again the human concept about God is. See, he wants to command God. Be born in a king's palace. You cannot order him about. We have our own concepts about God. That why should he be a poor man? Why should he be helpless? He never showed his helplessness. He was much more dynamic than all your kings and all your politicians put together. He was not afraid of anyone. Whatever he had to say, he said it. He was not afraid of crucifixion or any such punishment so-called. It's only the human beings, you see, who have these false ideas about life. And that's why they want to put these ideas onto God also and try to make him follow their own concepts. God is not your concept. He is not a concept at all. To also say that concept is after all is a concept is also a concept. This I have found out very recently. This is another myth people carry. Those who say that, oh, concept is a concept, all right. Mataji says, all right, so what? But even this is a concept. Because concept is thought. You have to rise beyond thought at a higher level into thoughtless awareness, where you are not in thought, but you are in the center of the thought. In the sense that one thought rises and falls, and there's a place in between. Another thought rises and falls. You are in the center of these thoughts. The vilamba, as we call it, the time where you pause. Then you will understand Christ. He was here, partly, of course, to save us, because he had many aspects, I should say. Not only to save human beings, he came on this earth. There were many more aspects. This is also human beings have a demand, you see, that they must be saved. Why? One should, from God's angle, if you see, why should they be saved, all of them? What have they done for God? How can you demand, God, that you must save us? Can you? You cannot ask for that. So he did come to create the passage between, as you see here, the Vishuddhi and the Sahasrara, this Agya. In the primordial being, the Virat, he was born there to open that door. In evolution, every incarnation has come on this earth to open a particular door within us and to create that opening or that enlightenment in our awareness. So Christ came precisely for opening this small little door which is constricted by our ego and superego. Ego and superego are the two byproducts of our thought process. One, the thoughts that are of the past, and the other, thoughts of the future. He came to make that gap, to cross that gap. And that's how he has sacrificed himself, his body, for you it is a very big thing of remorse and repentance. But for such people, it is not. It's a play. They have to play a certain role. That's why I do not understand why do you show him to be such a lanky-panky, miserable creature. He was never miserable. Such people can never be miserable as you are. This is another concept of man, that he should be lanky, panky, tally, skinny, starved, bones coming out. Count them one by one. Horrible, I tell you. From his childhood to his death, he was jolly person. He was happiness. He was joy. To make you all happy. To give you the light of happiness by enlightening your source of joy, that is your spirit in your heart, that he came on this earth, not only to save you, first to give you happiness, to give you joy. Because human beings in their ignorance and in this tomfoolery are unnecessarily beating themselves and destroying themselves. When nobody asked you to go to pubs to get into trouble, nobody has asked you to go to races and become bankrupt. Nobody has asked you to go to horrible gurus and get into troubles. But you seek your destruction morning till evening. Then he comes there, like a morning flower, to make you happy. First, to make you happy, to give you joy. You see, any child, at least I know myself. I don't know about the funny people here. I mean, for them flowers also look like thorns. I mean, I don't know how they manage that stuff. But you see a child anywhere, any child, such a joy-giving thing it is. And this is the child of the divine that comes on this earth as a child. It's the most joy-giving thing. And that's why Christmas for all of us, for the whole universe, should be a festival of great joy. For he brought light for us, by which you can see that there is someone called as God, there is someone who is going to remove this ignorance. This was the first beginning. So, for us, it is necessary to be first joyous and be happy and relaxed, and not to take anything that seriously as we take. Because divine life doesn't make you serious. Because it's all a play. It's a maya. I've seen in all the rituals that people follow, in all the so-called religious people, they are too serious to be religious. A religious person is bubbling with laughter. He doesn't know how to hide his joy. And he doesn't know how to control his laughter when he sees people who are unnecessarily serious. I mean, nobody's dead. The way the people say it is sometimes you just don't know what to do with yourself. You just can't control. So there's nothing in this world for a person like Christ to feel sad about. And if you really believe in him, then please, first of all, give up this silly sadness and sulking and sitting down and becoming morose, not talking to anyone, silent bores all over. That is not the way to look at Christ. See how he went and talked to multitudes. How he opened his hands to all the people around, and how he tried to give them happiness. He has said that you are to be born again. That means he had to do this work. and that you have to get it sometime. He had promised that you are to be born again. Christ is to be born within us. I don't know what Christians understand out of this. How do you become born again? Not by going through a ritual of christening. Somebody coming from a theological college cannot make you a Christian. Like in our India, we have some paid Brahmins, as you have here paid people, you see. The whole day they will eat, drink, be merry, and evening time they will come and pray and preach. That sort of people. You have to be a person who is authorized by God. Unless and until you are authorized by God, you cannot give joy. And that's why I've seen all these people, the so-called big pundits and the big priests, and all of them are so serious because they are not authorized by God. Even on a Christmas day, anybody who comes from a village may think there's a funeral going on. And after the funeral, they go home. How do you celebrate? With a champagne. And after the funeral also, real funeral also, they'll celebrate this. I don't know why, but they take champagne. How can you celebrate Christ? By insulting him. He came to enlighten your awareness because he respected your awareness, the point at which it had reached. But you are trying to put it down. Is this the way to understand him? And he has promised that you are to be baptized, you are to be born again. And now in Sahaja, this promise is being fulfilled. So be joyous that here at the Agya Chakra, again Christ is born within you. And he is there. And you know how you can ask for his help, always. But the main thing that one has to understand, that the time has come for you to get all that is promised in the scriptures. Not only in the Bible, but all the scriptures of the world. The time has come today that you have to become a Christian, a Brahmin, a Peer, through your Kundalini awakening only. There is no other way out. And that your last judgment is also now. Only through your Kundalini awakening, God is going to judge. How is he going to judge you otherwise? You think of somebody now. A person comes in now, here's somebody sitting to judge you. How? By how many hairdressers you have been to? How many suits you have stitched for the Christmas? Or what presents you have bought? And how many cards you have sent? And to how many people you have sent some other things which may not be very palatable. That's not the way. Or is it that at what price you bought all the things? The way we are particular? Which way are we going to be judged? By God. Not superficially, people say. So what depth have we got? Let's see. How far can we go in our depth? At the most, we reach a point where we are nothing but a concept again. So whatever depth we know goes up to only rationality, up to the concept point. Beyond that we cannot reach. So how can we be judged? How do people are judged if you go to a doctor? He has his instruments, he works it out, he puts the light in, sees for himself and says this is the position. And how your spirituality? is going to be judged. How a seed is judged? By sprouting it. When you sprout the seed and when you see it's germinating power, you know that it's a good seed or a bad seed. In the same way, you will be judged by the way you are germinated, the way you receive your realization, the way you retain it, the way you respect it. That is how you are going to be judged, and not by the kind of dresses you are wearing, by the type of matching you do and the hairdressing you go to, not by the big positions you occupy and the big politicians and big bureaucrats you become, not by what kind of houses you have built and what kind of so-called Nobel Prizes you have won. You are not also going to be judged by your philanthropic work, by that you think that you have given so much money, so much so. Because if you have given so much money, there will be big ego somewhere hanging, and it will bring you down, your scale. This is a judgment in which the little feather is going to weigh more, much more than a ship. It's a different type of a judgment of a personality. You can see how Christ was judged by human beings and how he was judged by God. He came and lived in the dried straw like a feather. His mother never felt his discomfort. In the same way, those who have not by their being oppressed others or taken oppression are going to be judged.
Shri